regular scheduled board meeting at this time. Please silence or shut off your cell phones, and please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We,
When you get through, I'm gonna see if you want to ask Mr. Bailey a question.
okay, we do have an addition, resolution, alley vacation process, proceedings. We did table board liaison updates yesterday, so I will stay with that until Commissioner Kestner is back. We'll bring that forward to the next meeting, which may be, the challenge is I won't be at those meetings, but
Hey,
I'm
I
not sure.
scheduled it for the 27th work.
Okay.
That way you're all three here.
Perfect, thank you.
If that works.
Does.
Did you have a comment, Mr. Schiff?
Well, I wasn't in their business, I was just gonna ask Mr. Bailey how the roads were for him this morning. It was, well, no, I'm being serious, for me, it was.
It was a little icy in and out going from Lapine to Fort Rock. Then there was fog on either side of Silver Lake. And on our side, your side of Silver Lake,
Our side.
yeah, Lakeview side, the fog actually, the temperature was 22 degrees. And the fog was extremely thick as I kind of went down into it from raised. I'd never encountered this before. It was extremely thick. I slowed down to probably about 5 miles an hour. Put my flashers on, and then the fog was freezing onto my windshield. So as I tried to clean it off, it would just smear, and I got down to where it was like, I literally couldn't see 10 feet in front. I mean, I could see the lines on the side of the road, but I was more afraid somebody might come flying up from the back than anything else. And, just a short stretch, and the sun was on the other side of the fog, so it was lighting it all up as you were going into it. And then after that, come up through the pass, everything was reasonably okay, a couple of spots where I thought that could be icy.
Well, I told Denise this morning coming in, and it was much better conditions than what you went through earlier. But my car kept acting like it wanted to slip a little.
Yeah.
And I was shocked, but I was also shocked how much frost there was.
Yeah.
It was like, where'd this come from? But anyway.
Yeah, I had the same reaction. I thought it would be, as it typically is, completely clear, totally burned off as soon as the sun touches it. But it wasn't like that.
I'll retract my verbal record.
Well,
After that
actually,
full
I guess
explanation.
my question served two purposes, Mr. Bailey, was to also give you a get out of jail free card.
Thank you.
Well, I think somebody covered you, Mr. Bailey, so, all right. Any public comment at this time?
Go Ducks.
Yes.
I think that's a very good statement. Go Ducks. And so, North Lake ATV Committee recommendation. We talked about this yesterday quite a bit. We have a recommendation from the committee put together in North Lake County to look at the ordinance and the roads that are open or closed in North Lake County, and we have a response back from that committee with a unanimous vote of what roads they would like to have added as closed. I will start from the bottom of that because the top one will have a little small correction, but Frederick's Butte Road, Oil Dry Road, Old Lake Road, Fossil Lake Road, and then the one that has to be changed just a little bit is Milliken Road, with clarification from Ron Wilson and our roadmaster. They would like to have that be 512 Milliken Road, 512C. That would be the paved part of Milliken Road. The basically low maintenance to no maintenance part of Milliken Road will still be open to ATV use. So that should clarify
And is that gonna be able to be something we do simply since the ordinance isn't in effect, but we've adopted it by a motion to include these roads as part of the closed road in District, or Road District 5?
Well, the ordinance has been adopted,
Mhm.
and you can change the designation of the roads with a motion.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So now then, the ordinance doesn't go into effect until
15.
January 15th. If there's a motion made and seconded on this, so we'll amend the attachment. And on the 15th, these roads will be inclusive of the ones there.
that's right.
Okay.
Well, I'll make that motion that we amend the attachment A to include in the closed road segment the roads previously mentioned by Commissioner Winters.
I'll second that motion. Motion's been made and seconded to amend attachment A of the ordinance with the said roads and the designations as Milliken Road being Milliken Road 512C. Any further discussion? I just once again like to say that it was unanimous from this committee, this recommendation that we're going to amend that with. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next item, Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Program, Lake County Airport. This was brought forward by Commissioner Kestner. The explanation gave to us yesterday by our airport manager, Tom Andrews, and Lance, Dave Berman. We understand this has been through legal counsel's review.
That's correct.
And you see nothing wrong with this, and this keeps us in compliance to make sure, as we're bringing in grant dollars and getting grant dollars, that it's hard for me to keep my composure when he gets his wallet out. And keeps us in compliance and make sure that as we're implementing and doing RFPs, for expenditures of grant dollars and federal dollars, we're there.
Yes, basically what it does is list all the federal laws that you have to acknowledge that you're going to comply with, and we always have. So it's perfunctory in one sense in that we're obviously going to follow federal law, but it's something we do have to agree to do, so.
Okay. So I would entertain a motion to approve the policy statement.
I'll make the motion that we approve the DVA program policy statement as presented and reviewed by legal counsel.
I'll second the motion. Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next, we have copier replacement request. Denise, do you want to give another overview of that, please?
Just very briefly, the lease on the copy machine used in the business office is due to expire on January 27th. This replacement copier is a upgraded copier. It's a little bit faster. It does have color. And it's like $40 more a month than the
This
last one.
is what we need for the operation.
That is correct.
So,
The one that they have now is very much worn out and continually experiences issues.
And we had some discussion yesterday about where the charges should come out of, and during budget time, we'll probably look at a certain department that this will be budgeted through. Up until then, we'll go through central services.
Correct.
Okay,
I'll make a motion that we approve the copier replacement lease agreement as presented.
I'll second the motion. Motion's been made and seconded to approve lease agreement for copier as presented. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. We'll move on to, Denise, how long before that copier should be in place?
Probably 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay, great. Our addition resolution, do we need to get Darwin here for this resolution? morning, Ginger. Are you
Good morning.
in to watch?
Good.
Bring anything new today?
Nothing.
Okay. Darwin's on his way.
Oh, that's right.
The legal counsel reviewed this, did you get it yesterday?
I got it late, it looked like everything was being complied with. I just want to check one
Welcome, Darwin.
Hello. Welcome down.
The resolution to get the process going for a property vacation is our next item. So, being this is an addition, would you give us some overview on that, please?
One hand, this handy pump up there in the Christmas Valley area. And, this property is actually in Silver Lake. He's asking to vacate the alley between tax lot 2400 and the Hager addition of Silver Lake. The alleyway and then also the road to the north and to the south, which are dedicated but not constructed roads. They're, I think in the materials I gave you, maybe, no, actually, probably not. I was hoping I'd give you guys a copy of an aerial that shows the area.
Yeah.
Do you have that? Okay, yeah, you do have that. So it's pretty clear that, I mean, there's nothing going on in those areas, however, there are platted streets. Common, practice and policy has been that if those streets are, vacated, then half would go to the south parcel and half to the north parcels. And then the other halves would go to what he's asking for, which he owns, is 2,400. But this resolution is just to start the process, so, also submitted in the packet of information to you was an outline of the procedures that we'll be taking, and the road department would have 10 days to make a report, and kind of whether this is in the public's best interest. And I have given this information to them this morning, and let them know that, if the resolution is passed, I'll have that time to do that.
So do we have a resolution number?
We do.
Yeah.
15-01-7. It's on your agenda copy. I
Oh,
apologize.
okay. Oh, yeah. Mr. Baylor, I got it late, but he's looking through it for you.
Yeah, the process that we follow for the typical resolution, vacation is outlined here, so as long as it's fine, everything's fine.
And by doing the resolution starts the process and starts a time frame, and then the hearing process will start.
Right,
after that.
there are certain events that occur leading up to the final decision about whether or not to actually vacate the roads.
I'll make a motion that we approve resolution number 15-01-07 in the matter of property vacation, to start the process.
I'll second the motion. Motion's been made and seconded to approve resolution number 15-01-7 in the matter of vacation proceedings of certain public land within Lake County. Any further discussion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thanks, Darrell.
Appreciate it. Keep going on.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Thank you, Darwin. Department updates we done yesterday. Scratch that. Unless you have any, Commissioner Shell, and we, legal counsel, I guess we can make him do department updates besides legal
Yeah,
updates.
so-
Oh, we done that with the travel update. So we'll move on down to legal updates. Mr. Bailey, do you have any for open and any for executive?
No, nothing that you need to be aware of right now. There are a couple little things that I'm working on with department heads to work out, so once we get to the final disposition, I can let
Okay. Do you have anything for executive?
you know.
Okay. If the newly elected sheriff is available, I would like for you to touch base.
Sure.
I'd glad to take you down and introduce you,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
that you could meet him and he knows that you're a resource to use.
Yeah, his truck is here, so.
So
when he's available.
with that, we'll adjourn at 10:15.
That is a record.